Yankee Stadium in the Bronx and told the world he was the luckiest man on the face of the earth. By all accounts, Gehrig, who will be forever known in baseball lore as the Iron Horse for his streak of 2,130 games consecutively played, was one of the most iconic players to ever wear pinstripes for the New York Yankees. On that sunny afternoon in July, however, Gehrig wasn't receiving another of his many honors. He was giving his farewell speech to the pastime that meant so much to him. That spring, Gehrig had been diagnosed with ALS, today more commonly referred to simply as Lou Gehrig's disease, a debilitating neurological disorder. Now, 7 decades later, it may be hard to imagine how Gehrig could consider himself a lucky man when baseball, his life's work and joy, was taken from him so suddenly without his consent or approval. How does someone deal with a loss of that magnitude? Where does one look for solace or search for hope? At 22 years old, I cannot claim to have experienced a loss like this, or claim to possess the answer to those questions. But I have stood beside those close to me who have and who do. It is an honor and privilege to share a couple of their stories with you here today. My sister Emmy, though smaller than me, thankfully, is 5 years my senior, and always provided big shoes for me to fill growing up behind her. By the time she completed high school, she was a seasoned musician, an honor graduate, an accomplished leader, and a lifelong Girl Scout. To be perfectly honest, it wasn't uncommon for our parents to introduce us with the following. This is our daughter, Emmy, and this is our younger child, Emmy's brother. My sister's resume made it very clear that she had big plans to go far in life. She had even won a major scholarship to attend her dream college 700 miles from home. A month after graduation, however, and only 6 weeks before she was to leave, she had what appeared to be a minor car accident. When my parents got to the hospital, she looked okay, but she wasn't. She had lost her memory, all the experiences of her life. She didn't know who we were or what she even looked like. The exploding airbag left her with a type of retrograde amnesia. It was devastating to our family. But did that change Emmy's course in life? Not really. She'll admit that though she experienced a major loss and was surrounded by uncertainty, she knew her only option was to move forward with the plans she had made through the love and support of those around her. One thing she did remember was that she had earned that great scholarship opportunity, and she owed it to herself to take it. Was it easy? No way. Emmy often quotes former First Lady Eleanor Roosevelt, who offered, "You gain strength, courage, and confidence by every experience in which you stop and look fear in the face. Do the thing you cannot do." Emmy graduated cum laude, and then went on to earn 2 master's degrees. Now, fast forward to when I began college and met Ray Bundy, who over the past 4 years has been my close friend and teammate. Little did we know at the beginning of our collegiate football careers that Ray would start and play in almost every game as a Bulldog, cementing himself as one of the most important parts of Bryant football's offensive attack during his first 3 years. Like the Yankee first baseman, he was truly the Iron Horse of our squad. Going into our senior campaign, it was hard to imagine a Bulldog running back reaching the end zone without Ray Bundy clearing the way for the touchdown. But 9 months ago, that became an abrupt and unexpected reality. Ray suffered a bilateral pulmonary embolism, a blood clot in his lungs. After only a few weeks in the hospital this past summer, he was told that football was no longer an option for him. How could that be? For the past 8 years, Ray put his mind, body, and spirit into the sport of football. Today, Ray is quick to tell people that it was a privilege which brought him and his family great joy. And perhaps more importantly, the sport brought him the opportunity to get a college education and create bonds with teammates who would become like brothers to him. Will Ray or Emmy tell people about the anger, frustration, and pain that comes when going through a life-threatening event that could possibly take something you love from your life? No. All Ray can say is that it humbles you. You can't take things you love for granted, he told me. Your family, your friends, and the opportunity to wake up every morning and be successful. That's all someone really needs, and I have all those things. It can be hard to accept unplanned and sometimes life-altering situations that can be thrown our way. Author Ralph Blum wrote, "Nothing is predestined. The obstacles of your past can become gateways that lead to new beginnings." Ladies and gentlemen, the stories I've shared with you here today were not about victims. They were about good people. Although they may have been dealt a bad hand, they found strength, solace, and hope in the opportunity to play that hand out. Through my big sister Emmy and my friend Ray, we can appreciate what the Yankee captain said when he said, "I may have had a tough break, but I have an awful lot to live for." Thank you.
Lower that a little. Thanks, Matthew. And again, quick comments from our judges, starting with Sharon.
One of the things we say in business a lot is there's an art to storytelling, and I think you mastered that piece of it very well. I thought you had great eye contact. You showed confidence, and your tone switched appropriately at the right times. So started off very optimistic, not quite where you needed to for the right mood, but ended on a very positive note of optimism. So nice job.
When you reach the point in both Emmy's story and Ray's story where you said that she was in a car accident, and abruptly changed, paused, I felt myself leaning forward. What happened? And the same with Ray's story. You know, he stopped playing football. Wow. These were things that, you know, it literally made me lean forward and drew me in. Fantastic job.
Matt, you always have such great confidence. You're excellent behind a podium, and I think that you have an ability to tell a story about someone else with genuine empathy without taking the attention off of what you're here to do. I did not lose you in what you were saying, but I knew that every ounce of that speech was not about you. It was really about your friends and your family. You made me want to be a part of your family, quite frankly. I would imagine you come from a very loving, the way that you observe the trials and tribulations of others around you, you genuinely care, and that came across.
Ditto. Matt, unless you prefer Emmy's brother. Your confidence before you get on stage, I could tell that you own the room. You really did. On top of the fact that your voice is powerful and booming, which just helped draw people in more. The personal stories, as the other judges have said, I was waiting. I wanted to know what happened. What happened to Emmy? What happened to Ray? So you have a knack to draw us in, and you paid off after we were drawn in. The message paid off. So excellent job. Fantastic.